So you're dreaming of a new life in Portugal? That's awesome. But every great adventure needs a map. Today, we're going to skip the fantasy and draw up a real, practical guide to turn that dream into a step-by-step quest. Let's dive in. I mean, this is the vision that gets everyone, right? It's the postcard version of Portugal. And honestly, it's pretty spot on. The promise of a life that's just a little slower, a bit sunnier, and a whole lot tastier. Yeah, because every adventure has its challenges, its own quests you have to complete, and moving to Portugal is no different. It's not just about packing your sunglasses, it's about navigating a whole new system, and that's exactly what we're going to map out for you. First up, the legendary beast of bureaucracy. Yep, before you can even think about ordering your first pastel de nata as an actual resident, you've got to tackle the paperwork. These are your first, most essential quests. Okay, meet your number one item, the NIF. Think of this as the master key to your new life in Portugal. Without it, you are locked out of doing basically anything official. Seriously, make this your absolute top priority. And here is a secret that could save you weeks, maybe even months of headaches. Do not wait until you land to get this. Use an online service to get your NIF sorted out before you even arrive. It is the ultimate life hack for hitting the ground running. You have to remember this exact sequence. It is non-negotiable. First, you get the NIF. Then, you open the bank account. The NIF is literally the key that unlocks the door to the bank. You just can't open an account without it. And speaking of banks, here's another critical tip. A lot of visas, like the really popular D7 visa, require you to have a Portuguese bank account. The second your NIF number comes through, get that bank application started. Don't wait. Time is really of the essence here. All right, so you've conquered the first beast of paperwork. Your next quest is to build your home base. And that means, you guessed it, finding a place to live and getting your healthcare sorted. So the housing hunt in Portugal, it's kind of like a tale of two completely different markets. In Lisbon and Porto, you're looking at high costs and some pretty fierce competition. But if you look just beyond those big cities to places like Braga or Coimbra, you'll find much more affordable options and just an incredible quality of life. Want to know an insider secret for house hunters? The best deals aren't always on those big, flashy real estate websites. No way. You need to dive into the Expat Facebook groups for whatever city you're looking at. You would be amazed at how many people find their perfect place through those community connections. Next up, healthcare. You've got two really solid options here. The public system, called the SNS, is super affordable, but you might have some long waits. A lot of expats, what they do is they get private insurance on top of that. It gives you faster access to specialists, and honestly, it's surprisingly affordable compared to other countries. Getting around is a total breeze in the big cities. A monthly transport pass is a fantastic deal, only about 40 euros. In Lisbon, the Navigate card is your all-access pass to everything. But if you're settling down in a smaller town, you're probably going to want a car to really get out and explore. So, you've got your paperwork, your apartment, your transport card, check, check, check. Now for the real adventure, learning how to actually live like a local. This is where you truly, finally start to feel at home. You need to let this sink in. That famous, relaxed pace of life, it's wonderful. But it also applies to, well, everything. Services, appointments, things just take longer here. The key is to just embrace it. Take a deep breath, grab a coffee, and don't expect anything to happen in a hurry. Okay, let's have a very important reality check. While it's true that the cost of living is definitely lower than in many other Western European countries, so are the local salaries. This is a really critical trade-off to understand before you make the move. Just to put that into perspective, the average local salary is around 1,000 euros a month. That single number is really key to understanding the local economy and why budgeting carefully is so important, especially if you plan to work for a Portuguese company. So how do so many expats make it work? Here's the answer. The majority of them aren't actually relying on a local salary. They're bringing their income from abroad. They're remote workers, pensioners, or they're living off investments. This is how you get to enjoy that low cost of living without the low local wages. I cannot stress this enough. Sure, you can get by with English in the touristy spots, but you can't truly live here without Portuguese. It's your key to everything from navigating government offices to, much more importantly, making real, actual friendships with your neighbors. And here's some really great news on that front. You don't have to spend a fortune on language classes. A lot of local town halls, they're called Câmaras Municipais, offer excellent Portuguese courses for foreigners that are either totally free or very, very low cost.
Okay, so after all the paperwork, all the searching, and all the learning, you finally arrive. You've found the treasure at the end of this expat quest. So, why is it all worth it?
It's worth it for this, the incredible lifestyle. It's the sum of all the little things, the sunshine, the amazing food, that stunning coastline, and most of all, the people. There's this powerful sense of community and a genuine warmth here that just makes you feel welcome. And my final tip is this: don't wait for the community to come to you. You've got to go to it. Dive into the local festivals, shop at the weekend markets, join a local club or group. That is the fastest way to build your new life and to really feel like you're a part of your new home.
So there you have it. We've mapped out the quests, we've pointed out the challenges, and we've revealed the treasure. The guide is in your hands. The only question left is the one for you. Is Portugal the adventure you're ready to begin?